Hey everybody, welcome back finally to my Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach tutorials. I know back in part 2 of the Atrium I said I would not be returning to tutorials anytime soon, but clearly things have changed. I have decided to return to tutorials only for a limited time just to finish the main Atrium. I think it was a bad idea just leaving you guys to finish the Atrium on your own, but if you manage to complete the Atrium without my help...
Impressive.
Another thing I would like to let you guys know is that my upload schedule sucks. And I always say that, oh, this video will be out later today or this weekend. And guess what? It never is. And I am trying to work on getting better at that and getting a more reasonable upload schedule for you guys. But for now, let's not focus on that, and let's focus on getting the main walls in filled for the main atrium. Alright, so to start out, we're going to go ahead and grab your purple concrete and magenta concrete powder. We're going to first start out by placing in the whole second floor. So the floor, we're going to start out, since we're using magenta concrete powder, if we were to place a block, it would obviously just fall. So we're going to go ahead and place blocks under, 2 blocks down, so there should be a gap between the wall and the floor. So when you place the magenta concrete powder on top of it, it will actually stay there, and this will be your carpet for the flooring. So what you are going to do, you're going to fill in all around here, and you're going to go ahead and right at this glass part, just go ahead and we're going to still have carpet here. So we're going to just go ahead and add purple concrete under here. I'll show you what to do for this part. So when you have your purple concrete under here, under the glass only, there still is going to be carpet under it, or concrete powder under it. So it will look like this by the glass. And you're doing this no matter where you are. So all throughout here, you're going to go all the way down here, and you're going to stop right here, actually. Right in front of the red concrete that is right here. This is the spot that you are going to stop at. So you can go ahead and place in your concrete powder. And this is where you are going to stop. You're going to fill in all of this extra space right here, coming all the way around, all by the 2 elevators and by here. And still continuing all around here, all the way up there. You're going to fill it with purple concrete. So once again, it is 2 blocks down. There should be at least a 1 gap between the wall and the floor. And you are just going to go ahead and fill all of this in using purple concrete. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done if you are confused. So I will be right back. Alright, so once you have done that, this is what it should look like. It should be 1 block higher or 1 block lower than the actual wall. If you see the purple concrete blocks come across just like this is totally fine, because this is where we will still have the concrete, and it should be perfectly lined up with some spots in the area. Just some of the outside walls should be at least 1 block high, like here under the glass. But on this side, it is not 1 block under, which that is still completely fine, because this is where we will be placing the concrete powder, which will act as the flooring. Now that you have actually placed all of that purple concrete, we're going to go ahead and use our magenta concrete powder to place a whole nother layer on top of all the purple concrete. This does take a long time to do, especially if you do not have some mods to help you out, like World Edit, which is very useful for this project, especially building the atrium. But now that you have the purple concrete in, go ahead and fill all of the purple concrete in, especially also over here, with magenta concrete powder, which will act as the floor. So go ahead and do all of that, and I'll show you what it looks like when it is done, just in case if you are a little confused. So I will be right back. And once you have done all of that, it should look just like this, completely filled with magenta concrete powder as the actual carpet, all around the entire side, filling all the way up to there. Now the underside should end up being purple concrete. Now you do not want to end up seeing this from below, which is why there are 2 neon signs, or sorry, 2 neon lights, one that is pink and one that is light blue that also goes around the side. So right here, we're going to go ahead and add 1 light blue layer, which is going to represent the second neon light, because there are pink and blue neon lights. And it is just going to go all the way around the atrium, or all the way around this 1 floor. And you're just going to keep following up, keep going this way. You're going to come all the way under here, and you're going to go ahead and actually continue going under the stairs. Now right here, we're gonna actually just stop right here, well, you know what? Since there's gonna be a since there's going to be a pizza stand here, we're going to just stop right at the end of that stair and continue going this way right there. So just go ahead and continue doing that, going all the way around, and you're going to end up stopping right about, you're going to also continue going under this, and you're going to go ahead and end it right here. This is where you are going to stop. I'll show you what it looks like in a second, just so you know what I'm saying, and I will be right back. Alright, there we go. I have now filled in the light blue concrete layer, and on top of that, I have gone ahead and added some light, or some of the stained glass, just to act as if it was more of a neon light. You can go ahead and add that too if you would like. But there is something that we did miss in the last episode. We forgot to add escalators on this side here. So we're just going to quickly go ahead and add these 2 escalators on this side, and then go ahead and start building up all of the walls. So you're going to go ahead and grab your gray concrete, and we're going to start from here on the center, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we're going to go ahead and place stairs on the side of this, and make sure they're facing upright, of course. And once you have done that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to place our light gray or black stained glass pane going all the way up the center of the gray concrete like this, and it is going to stop right about there. Now we're going to go ahead and do the exact same thing on this side. Place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it should be lined up. Now we're going to go ahead and grab your deep slate tile stairs and place them going all the way up on both sides. And then we're going to go ahead, once you have done that, is grab your black stained glass panes and just go ahead and place the black stained glass panes going all the way up the center of the gray concrete like this. And it should stop right about there. Now that we have the actual escalators on both sides and some of the neon lights down here, we're going to go ahead and start building up the main walls. So we're going to go ahead and grab your red concrete, and we're not doing any decorating, so if it ends up looking very bland, that's totally fine. We're going to end up doing decorating pretty soon. So we're going to go ahead and start on this corner here, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks of red concrete, and you can go ahead and fill this whole thing up on this side. Now, this is going to be kind of the easy part, but yet it's going to take quite a while. It depends on how fast you work. It is going to be this exact height on all sides, so for example, if I were to go ahead and fill in this area here, this is what the actual wall will look like, and it is going to be this exact height going all the way around, all the way here. I'll show you what part of it will look like once it is finished, but it is going to end up being this exact height coming all the way around here, filling here. The pillars is going to be the exact same height. It's going to end up being the exact same height as the actual wall, so it will come up to right here, I believe. Yeah, right there. And you're just going to do that all the way around, and I want you guys to stop here on this side. So we can go ahead and bring up this pillar real quick. This is where we are going to stop on this side for now. Right about to there. And on this side, we're going to go ahead and leave this side kind of blank for right now. We can go ahead and fill up to here. On this side, you guys can go ahead and stop here as well, so you guys can fill up this wall. And go ahead and just, when you get to these 2 pillars, just skip this area. Keep this part blank, and we'll go ahead and build that door. I'll build that on camera so you guys know what to add there. But go ahead and just stop right here on this side. It should end up being that height. 2, I think that is correct. And you're just going to fill up the walls going all the way up to that pillar. And on this side, going all the way up to that pillar right there. Once you have done that, I will show you what it looks like in a second, and we can go ahead and move on from there. So go ahead and fill up the walls, and I will be right back. Alright, this is what it should look like once you have the main walls in, or part of the walls. Now, I have left this part blank once again, because we are going to be building the actual door for it. So we're going to go ahead and grab your gray concrete and add 1 extra layer of gray concrete on top of the very first layer. We're then going to go ahead and add 4 layers of green, regular green concrete on top of the dark gray concrete, or just regular gray concrete. And then we're going to go ahead and we'll add 1 more layer on top of it, and then we're going to go ahead and add just another layer of gray concrete like this. And we're going to go ahead and grab our purple concrete now. So with your purple concrete, we're going to go ahead and place 2 blocks here. We're then going to place 2 blocks up more, and then we're going to place 1 on top, 2 on the bottom, and 2 to the side. With 1 orange concrete, let's see, I grabbed yellow. one orange concrete that is right here. This is the exact same door that is on the daycare. It's obviously not exactly lined up, but that is the exact same door that is on the daycare down here. It's hard to see because of the sunlight. But now that we have that door in, we're going to go ahead and add red concrete on top of this gray concrete right here. So it is going to go all the way up to the top. And now once you have done that, we're going to go ahead, now that we have that complete, we're going to go ahead and go onto this side. We're going to fill up all the walls on this side here. Just to let you know, we are not going to be doing the sub-lobby walls until next episode. We're just going to be filling in the main atrium walls and floors. And then the next episode, we'll be doing all of the sub-entrance lobbies to the attractions, all of those walls, and the Chica Bakery walls and floors. So on this side, we're going to go ahead and start over here. We're going to grab our polished andesite, and we're just going to go ahead and bring these pillars all the way up to the exact same height of the wall that is over here. So if we bring it up, it's going to be right there. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing right here. So just go ahead and grab your polished andesite and fill it all the way up to the top right here. There we go. And then now we're going to go ahead and grab our red concrete and our cyan concrete. I believe it's our cyan. Actually, no, it is not. We're going to stick with red concrete. We will, though, we are going to need polished blackstone. And we are going to need our sea lanterns. And our blue concrete, too. So we're going to go ahead and, first of all, with the polished andesite in the very middle, we're going to go ahead and bring this all the way up to the very top. Actually, you know what? No, we are not. We're only going to bring it up about, I think, well, let's see. If we add polished blackstone on top of the black and white concrete, we're going to go ahead and add 1, 2, 3 red concrete. So it is going to be about this height here. So you're going to go ahead and bring it up about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra blocks. And we're going to go ahead and move on to this door here. So this door is going to be partially open, about 2 blocks high. That way you are able to walk under it. But this door here is going to be closed. So we're going to go ahead and fill up this door right here. And we are just going to go ahead with our blue concrete. We're going to go ahead and add a blue concrete in this corner. Skip 2 and down 2. We're going to add one right there. Skip 1. We're going to go ahead and add one right here, or skip 2 on the bottom. Do the same thing on the top like that. And then one more down in the corner like that. I believe this is... Oh, wait. We need... Oh, yeah, I forgot. The door is going to be a little bit wider on both sides, but that's totally fine. So now here, we're just going to go ahead and grab our black and white concrete again. We're going to dig out an area. We're going to place black concrete under this part right here, going all the way under. And we're going to go ahead and grab our black and white concrete and make it 2 blocks above. That way we are able to walk under it. Fill this up with red concrete just like this. And there's not a lot of details, so... wait a minute. Oh, wait, we've got to go ahead and add polished blackstone like that. Now, to make it so it's almost like that, we're going to go ahead... Let's just add something different. I'm just going to add like 2 there or something. Now, for this part, we're going to go ahead and fill this wall up with red concrete. So if I go ahead and grab my wand, I'll bring it right down to here. And we're going to go ahead... We're going to have this wall right here. Now, with your sea lanterns, we're going to go ahead and place 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. And the rest of this row, all the way down to here, will be with sea lanterns. This is supposed to be the, what is it? I forgot. It's like the soda, I think it's the Sodaroni advertisement. I'm just using the sea lanterns as that. Don't get blinded by it, by the way. But that is going to be that part there. Now, we're going to go ahead, let's see. Let's go ahead and come over to here. For this part, this is going to continue being just normal carpet. So with your purple concrete, we're just literally going to go ahead and go all the way around this again. And it just goes right up to, let's say, this door. And it's just going to continue all the way around until it eventually will lead back up to there. So we're just going to go ahead and fill up this part of the floor again with purple concrete and then magenta concrete powder as the actual carpet. Now, I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. I'm going to go ahead and add in the purple concrete and the magenta concrete on top, and I will show you what it looks like once it is done, so you can go ahead, if you are confused at all, you'll see what you have to do. So I will be right back. Alright, this is what it should end up looking like once it is fully completed. The floor should be up to here now. And before I forget, there is some flooring over here in the elevators that clearly are not put in. So we're going to go ahead and quickly add that in. So right here, we're going to go ahead and add one extra layer of carpet on both sides, just like this. And we're going to go ahead and grab our polished deep slate, and that is going to be this floor right here. Except for right here, we're going to go ahead and have that andesite, or yeah, just like that. You know what? We'll have our deep slate just like that. Same thing on this side. 3 or 6 polished deep slate like that. So it should end up looking like that. Now we can go ahead and continue back on the walls over here. So we're going to go ahead and need our red concrete, polished andesite, regular andesite, and light gray concrete. So starting from right here, we are going to go ahead and we're going to add up by 3 blocks. So adding 3 blocks up, or I think... No. Is it 3? I think it's 3 blocks up. Just like that. And our polished andesite is wait. Okay, I did mess something up real quick. We're gonna go ahead and just get rid of this real quick. It needs to line up right with this andesite right here. So it's just a little bit off. It should be just like that. Same thing here. Still have your polished andesite there. We're actually going to have the red concrete stay right where it is right there. It's just going to be a little bit off, I think. Or should it end up being... Okay, our polished andesite will be there, but our... You know what? Just keep it like that. So the red concrete, we're going to go ahead and add up by 2 blocks. Same thing here. All around here is going to be filled up 2 blocks high by the red concrete. This is basically the construction walls that the red construction walls that you find in the under construction areas in the Pizzaplex. And we're just going to raise it up by 2 blocks all the way around. And we're going to stop right there because here is an actual full-sized wall, same with these doors. But these right here are raised up by 2 extra blocks. And once we have done this to here, real quick, we're going to go ahead and grab our polished andesite and just add a layer of polished andesite on top of the red concrete. And it's going to come across and it's going to stop right there on that red wall. It may be a little inaccurate, but that's fine. Nothing is perfect. And right here, we're just going to go ahead and raise up some polished andesite like that. So now we're going to go ahead and bring the polished andesite all the way up to the very top here. So right to here and down to there. Just like that. So it should look like this. Now, since it's just polished andesite, it's supposed to be more of a like cover, like a plastic cover. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab andesite and just kind of place it around just to make sure it has some sort of texture. You can go ahead and slow this down to like the slowest speed possible to make sure you get it in exact detail. But I'm just kind of spreading it around just to kind of give it a texture. So to make it look like that. And we are going to end up doing that on this whole side here because this is filled with all of polished andesite going around. But for now, I'm just going to have it as that wall and polished andesite coming all the way up to the top like that. So it should end up looking like this. And this part... we're going to grab our light gray concrete and raise the light gray concrete all the way up to the top for all of this here. So just bring it up. And then once you have finished doing that, we're going to go ahead and grab your regular and polished andesite again. And we're just going to fill in the rest of this area. So where you see all of this polished andesite here, fill it all the way up to the top where it lines up with everything else here. I will show you what it looks like when it's done, and I will be right back. Alright, there we go. As you can see, I have filled it up with all polished andesite, and I have added some texture in there. So if you would like to, you can go ahead and copy all of the polished andesite down. And once you have all that, we're going to go ahead and move on to the inside of the, whatever you want to call this. And we're going to go ahead and just continue adding red concrete to make these walls 3 blocks high, max. And then once you have done that, we're going to go ahead and grab this polished andesite right here. And we're going to fill it up completely. This is completely covered with this, like, gray sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and fill all of this up. There we go. And now I have added some texture, so you can also go ahead and copy this down if you would like. And then once you have done that, we're going to go ahead and move on to, let's see. So there is some, like, it's the same kind of, like, cover, this sheet, and it is all on top of all of these walls, so, or all of the walls. And we're just going to go ahead and fill it up. I'll show you what I'm going to do in a second. I'm going to place, like, or break a bunch of holes in between. So just go ahead and basically place a roof on top of all of the walls right here. And we're going to go ahead and break some holes in it just to kind of give it some, like, ripped texture as if it was an actual sheet. And all we're going to do is just bring it up right to here. Same thing on this side. We're going to bring up the polished andesite right to there instead. So now we're just going to go ahead and just break a bunch of holes in it. It does not matter where it is, as long as it just kind of, as long as it connects. As long as there's a bunch of blocks that connect, then you're all good. But just break or punch a bunch of holes in it, and just continue until you are satisfied with how many holes there are, and if you think it actually looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and just stick with that. And now that we do have that, we're going to go ahead and come over to here. We're going to bring this red concrete all the way up to the very top, just like this. And our polished andesite, we're going to go ahead and bring it up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe. And we're going to grab our, let's see, we don't need this. We're going to grab our gray concrete. We're going to add one extra layer on top. Our regular polished andesite is going to be the exact same height. And we will need our red concrete. We will also need our yellow concrete and light blue concrete. And we're just going to go ahead and fill this up with 4 blocks of red concrete, just like this. And our polished andesite on top of it, like that. Now with your yellow concrete, we're going to go ahead and place 2 yellow concrete right here. So these are basically kind of supposed to be lightning bolts. 2 there, and we're going to go ahead and add, let's see, 1, 2, and 1, 2, like that. And we're going to go ahead and do the same thing for this door. Add 1 extra layer of gray concrete. We can go ahead and actually bring up these walls right here all the way to the very top. And once you have done that, we're going to go ahead and grab your andesite, polished andesite, line it up just like that. Now we're going to place 4 layers of red concrete, just like on the second door. And this is the entrance, or the closed-off entrance, to the Glamrock Beauty Salon. So now we're going to go ahead and use your yellow concrete, place 2 yellow concrete there, and 2 yellow concrete right there. We're going to place 2 light blue concrete there, and 2 light blue concrete just like that, so it's almost the same. And on top of that, we're just going to go ahead and add our regular red concrete as a wall, just going on top of all of this polished andesite. And once you have done that, I'll show you what it looks like in a second. I will be right back. Alright, there you go. Now we have this whole entire section here completely filled up with the walls and the floors. Now we're going to go ahead and continue on to this side over here. And we're going to fill in these 2 doors that are right here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring up your polished andesite to the exact same height that is on all of the other walls. So it's going to be right about there, I believe. Yeah. And we're going to do the same thing. Actually, we're going to do the same thing with this andesite pillar right here. There we go. And now we're going to go ahead and grab your polished andesite. Or actually, you know what? Our polished blackstone, we're going to place it across both doors, like this. And let's see, we're going to place, actually, okay, real quick, since both of these doors are going to be open, so we can just walk right through. And unless when we completely finish this, you can make the animated door that I have in my animated doors tutorial. You can go ahead and make those fully animated, but for now, I'm just going to have them so they are completely open. So I'm going to place some black concrete right down here. And I'm going to go ahead and skip 2 blocks, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 black and white concrete. And with your polished andesite, just go ahead and bring this up about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks, like this. and bring your andesite across. And on this side, here we're going to go ahead and add our polished blackstone and 1 layer of green concrete. We're going to go ahead and do the exact same here with your black and white concrete like that. Polished blackstone like this, and your regular green concrete just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and add 1 orange concrete there and 1 purple concrete there, and do the exact same thing. Actually, yeah, this is going to be 2 blocks. So it should look like this. Now with your red concrete, we're just going to go ahead and fill in this wall right here with our red concrete. So come down to here. And now, once you have this, we're going to go ahead and grab our sea lanterns. And we're going to start from here and place 1, 2, 3, 4 sea lanterns. And this section here is going to be another Sodaroni advertisement using sea lanterns. And it should look like that. Don't get blinded. And that is this section now. And here, we're going to go ahead and come over to here. And we're going to just bring up these pillars all the way to the top. And we're going to bring up this wall to the exact same height as everything else. Skip this door area here because I'm going to go over and show you how to make it. And also bring up these red walls to the exact same height. I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick, and I'll show you what it looks like in just 1 second. So I will be right back. Alright, this is what the walls should look like. It should be the exact same height as all of the other ones. And now for this door here, we're going to go ahead and add 2 layers. Let's see. We are going to need, of course, our gray concrete. We are going to need our green concrete and our purple concrete. So we're going to add 1 more layer of gray concrete, just like this. And 4 layers, or, yeah, 4 layers, no, 3 layers of green concrete for this door. This is a bit shorter of a door. And then 1 layer of gray concrete on top of it. And we're just going to bring it out by 1 block, just like this. Now with your purple concrete, we're going to go ahead and add 1, 2, 1 on top, 2 across, so it looks like that. Then 1, and then a shape that looks like that. Now that you have done that, we're going to go ahead and grab your red concrete, and you're going to go ahead and fill up this whole wall that goes all the way to the top. And right to here. And there we go. Now, we're going to go ahead. This part, I think this is the only part I'm just going to skip. This part I'm going to skip because this is the main actual wall that will cover all around the main stage. So I'm going to leave that blank for right now. And now that we have the whole, I believe this is the second floor. The second floor wall's done. We are going to go ahead and start moving on to the first floor walls. So let's go ahead and actually get started on that now. Alright, so the first thing, you're going to come down to the first floor and go all the way to the very left side under by the food courts. These food courts are not accessible, so we are going to go ahead and, first of all, by raising these up all the way to the very top of the wall. Same thing on that side. We're going to go ahead and place 2 iron doors facing each other, just like that. We're then going to go on the back side with our black concrete, place 2 black concrete, and we're going to place birch signs right here, just to show that it is blocked off. And let's just go ahead and raise up that polished andesite like that. Now for this part, we're literally just going to place polished deep slate 3 blocks high, going all the way to the very end, and it's going to stop right there. And we're going to place 1 more row of red concrete going across the top. And we're just going to do the exact same thing. And right above the door, actually, we're going to place light blue concrete, just like that. And we're going to do the same thing here. We place 2 iron doors, 4 black concrete, and birch signs on the front. And then we're going to place our light blue concrete on top, just like that. Now, eventually, we will put the banners up there that actually say, like, fried treats. I think that's what that is. Same thing here. We're going to do 3 blocks high of polished diorite, or polished deep slate, going all the way to the very end of the calcite. We're going to stop right there. And then place a row of red concrete going across the top. And once again, we're going to do the exact same thing. Bring this all the way up. Place 2 iron doors, 4 black concrete with birch signs on the front, and 6 light blue concrete on top of it. Go ahead and grab your blue terracotta. We're going to go ahead and just raise this whole wall up, just like this. And we're going to raise this gray concrete all the way up to the top, like that. And the red concrete is going to stay like this. We're going to raise 1 layer of red concrete, 2 blocks of gray concrete, and then this 4 block wide pillar, we're going to go ahead and raise that up to the very top. It should end up looking something like this. And on top of that, we're going to place 2 blocks of red concrete, stopping right about there, I believe. And right after that, we're going to go ahead and come to the front. So the inside is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be all gray concrete, so 3 blocks of gray concrete right here. We can go ahead and get rid of this. We're going to need our white concrete. This is supposed to be a small Freddy Fazbear logo. We're going to place 1, 2, 3, or like a plus symbol like this. And after we've done that, we're going to go ahead and bring this wall all the way to here. And just bring it all the way up to the very top like this. It should end up looking like that. Now, we're going to go ahead and come to this side. We're going to do the exact same thing. So bring this all the way up to the top. And we're going to stop right there. And now on this side here, we're going to do basically the exact same thing. Bring these 2 gray concrete all the way up to the top. And we're going to go ahead and do 1 red concrete, 2 gray, just like this, going all the way up. And then this 1 pillar will be going all the way up to the top like that. Now on top of this, we're going to go ahead and do the 3 block wide of gray concrete again with the white plus symbol representing a Freddy Fazbear logo. And it should end up looking something similar to this. We're not quite done yet, because on the outside, we're going to go ahead and get 2 blocks of red, or wait, is it? No, it is 2. And it's going to be 2 blocks high, going above the purple concrete here, so you can go ahead and bring this all the way around. This will come all the way to the end. And it should stop right about there. So that is what that should look like. And then on the underside, it is going to, I believe it's going to be 1 more red layer like this. And I believe it's going to stay red. And we're going to need our blue concrete for this, because the ceiling here is all blue concrete. Going all the way to the top. And we are going to stop right there. So this is basically what it should look like. And now here, this wall in the very back, this is going to be raised up all the way to the top. Like that. And then let's just add 3 extra blocks on the top for a doorway that will be right here, which we can go ahead and grab that door. Now we're going to be using our warped door. Place a warped door on each side, just like that. And it should end up looking like that. Now, I believe, we'll continue on this side. We'll come back to the back side of the kitchen once we've done this. So this part here, once again, we're going to raise 2 rows or 2 pillars of red concrete like that. We're going to need our iron doors again, and our signs too. So let's get our birch signs. We're going to place 2 iron doors. Oops, I believe, wait, no, it is 1 more block back. 2 iron doors right here with our black, actually, no, wait, no. It is not iron doors, because these doors are actually accessible. So we need our warped doors, and we don't place anything behind it, but just 6 light blue concrete above it like that. And our polished deep slate, 3 blocks high of polished deep slate, going all the way across to the other end of the calcite with 1 row of red concrete going across the top. And we're going to do the same thing here. This is going to be the exact same, just like that. And this time, we're going to need our crimson door. So the crimson door will be placed right here. And our 6 light blue concrete like that on the top. Then we're going to go ahead and grab your polished deep slate. 3 blocks high of polished deep slate once again. Going all the way across. And we'll stop there. And then 1 more row of red concrete going across the top like that. And once again, for the last, or almost the last, same thing, crimson door right here, and our light blue concrete on top of it. And then one last time, wait. Oh, this is 2 blocks, because this is cells inside, so this is going to be 2 blocks instead of just 1 block. So just like that, and this is going to be actually open, so we can go ahead and place 1 row of red concrete going across the top. And let's see. Actually, hold on a second. No, we need green concrete. This is green concrete for cells and sides. It is not red concrete, so it should end up looking like that. Now on the inside, this polished diorite, we're going to bring this all the way up to about there. On this side, it's just red concrete. We're going to bring it up to the top. And the back side with green concrete, we're gonna go ahead and bring it up about 3 blocks high. I believe it is 3 blocks. Should it be 3 blocks? No, oh wait, no, okay, no, it is actually, it goes all the way up to the roof. Same thing with this side here. And the green concrete will go over 2 blocks for a door. And it should come up to the top right there. Now the door here, it is going to be a warped door. So let's go ahead and grab that, and we'll place that right there. Now let's go onto this side, and right here, we're gonna go ahead and grab your red concrete. Bring this all the way up to the top. We're gonna need our warped door, or is it I don't think, no, it is a warped door. So our warped door right here. And our light blue concrete, which we will need. And place this on top, just like that. Now going on to the inside here, you know what, let's do this kitchen real quick. So our red concrete, if I can place it, will be this side of the wall, and this will come up right to the top, so it should look like this. And we're gonna go ahead and place our polished diorite on this inside of the wall. And it should look like that. And same thing for the back. It should stop right there, and then the red concrete will be right here. And it should look like this on the inside. Let's just go ahead and place that right there. The roof is actually going to be spruce planks. So we're going to go ahead and grab our spruce planks. And that is going to be this part of the roof, and then we'll place the floor in. So the roof is spruce planks. You can go ahead and place all those in. And once you have done that, our floor is going to be red and orange concrete. So let's go ahead and grab our red and orange concrete right here. And the floor is going to be all red and orange. So go ahead and make this pattern just like this, filling in this whole area, and I will be right back. I'll show you what it looks like when it is done. Alright, there you go. This is what it should look like once it is complete. I'm going to go ahead and place these doors on the inside so you just see the polished diorite. We're going to go ahead and place a door right on the outside here, and do the exact same thing right on the outside there. Now for this part here, this is going to be a wall. This will just continue going all the way down, and we're going to stop right here at this polished diorite right here. And actually, since this is white concrete, we can go ahead and bring this up all the way. And then just continue filling this wall in with red concrete. And the floor for this part, I believe, is going to be dark prismarine. This will be the floor. This is supposed to be kind of a construction area. Here, I'm just going to go ahead and place dark prismarine there and place our doors like that. If I can get in, please let me in. All right. And the dark prismarine will be our floor for this. So we can go ahead and replace all of that. So the floor is going to come up to here. And the roof will also be dark prismarine. We'll place in the roof, you know, once we're done with this. But this is basically what it's going to look like. Floor, dark prismarine. Roof, also dark prismarine. So the walls all the way around, as you can clearly see, are all polished diorite. And right here, you're going to go ahead and bring these up on all of them. Do not fill in the hallway walls yet. We will do that once you have filled in all these walls. And you can go ahead and just stop right here and stop right here, and I'll show you what to do when we get there. But fill in all the polished diorite walls, and I will show you what it looks like when it is done. So I will be right back. Alright, so this is what it should look like when it is done. Now, one more thing we are going to do is actually have 2 blocks of red concrete going across the top, just like this. So it is 3 blocks high of polished diorite, and then 2 blocks high of red concrete, just on the very top of this, going all the way around the polished diorite. So go ahead and just fill this in real quick, and once we have done that, we will move on to the hallways that are right here. So go ahead and do that real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. This is what it should look like. So now that we have done that, we're going to come into these hallways, and it is going to be the exact same thing. It's just filled with red concrete, just like this, in all of the hallways. And right here on some doors are inaccessible. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna need our iron trap door, or no, sorry, our iron doors again with our black concrete. And we're gonna go ahead and grab our signs, our birch signs. So go ahead and go on the back where we're gonna place 2 black concrete, iron door, and 2 birch signs, just like that. And that door's already in, so we are fine. And we're gonna do the same thing for this hallway over here. We're going to skip over that door. And since it is inaccessible, we're going to go ahead and go on the back and place 2 black concrete, 1 iron door, and 2 birch signs. And then just go ahead and continue adding this wall. Once you have done that, let's go ahead and fill in these floors right here. So we're going to grab our dark prismarine. Just going to break those real quick. I'm going to need that. And our prismarine for the actual floors, we can go ahead and place these doors back in, if I can even get through. And just go ahead and add our dark prismarine for the floor. And same thing for this hallway here. And just continue adding in the floor. And this door is also inaccessible, so we're going to go ahead and go on the back, place 2 black concrete, iron door, and 2 birch signs. And now that's that last hallway, except for this hallway down here. So first off, we're going to focus on this area here. So we're going to go ahead, we are going to need your just normal deep slate. It is not polished, it's just normal deep slate. And we're just going to go ahead and bring this up all the way to the very top like that. And our red concrete will be doing the exact same thing. It should end up looking something like that. This door here, we're going to skip over real quick. Go ahead and bring up this red concrete and your just regular deep slate like that. Now this door is going to be deep slate tiles. It's going to be 3 blocks high with 2 layers of light blue concrete on top, 1 and 2. And let's go ahead and grab our dark oak sign. We're just going to place these going all the way across, and it should look like that. And then this part here, the red concrete will be coming all the way up to the very top, like this. This part is just going to be the Freddy Fazbear logo. So if we just place this in, and we fill in this whole part here with the white concrete, we're going to go ahead and place, we're going to make like a small circle like this, add 4 more blocks on the edges and 1 in the middle. It should look like that. And we're going to place a layer of, or a row of white concrete going on the top. And we're going to do the same thing here, fill in this wall using red concrete. And here, we're going to need our black concrete again. So if we grab our black concrete in the back, and let's go all the way over to here. This door is also inaccessible, so if we go ahead and we place 2 black concrete, our iron door, and our birch signs, should look like that. And then this part here, this door you're able to go into, which will lead into the kitchen behind the pizza food court. So let's fill in this wall, and it should look like that. And then we're just go ahead and grab our dark prismarine for the floor. Let's just replace that block there. And then the dark prismarine will be here too. So go ahead and replace these doors. And now let's just go ahead and fill in this whole hallway with our dark prismarine. It should end up looking something like this. Now that we have this whole area here, go ahead and use your dark prismarine to fill in this whole entire floor here. And I will show you what it looks like when it is done. So I will be right back. So I got the 2 blocks reversed. Dark prismarine was supposed to be just the roof and not the floor. Light gray concrete is supposed to be the floor for this. That's why I completely changed it up. I'm sorry if you have to redo all of that now, but it was supposed to be light gray concrete this whole time and not dark prismarine. The dark prismarine is actually the roof for this whole thing. The roof part, like for this purple concrete kind of overtaking this, you're just gonna have to swap them out just like this. If you're on a computer, it's left click and right click at the exact same time. If you're on Bedrock or Pocket Edition, you got no choice but just to break the purple concrete. So the whole roof is supposed to be dark prismarine like this, and the floor is light gray concrete. So now just go ahead and just fill in the roof with dark prismarine, and I will be right back. Alright, there we go. This is what it should look like once the dark prismarine is all across the top. Now, we're going to go ahead and place in the actual lights. And we're going to go ahead and come right here with your sea lantern. And we're going to skip 1 block down, or 2 blocks down from the warped door. Look straight up. Okay, 1 block to the left of the warped door. Look straight up and place 2 sea lanterns. And grab our iron trapdoor and place those across the top as a light. Now, for this part here, we're going to go ahead and come 2 blocks to the right of the white concrete. And go 2 up and place 1, 2 sea lanterns like that. We're then going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4. And right here, we're going to place 1, 2, just like that. And with our trapdoors on the top, so it should look like this. Then we are going to go ahead and skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On the 8th block is where we place 2 more with trapdoors, and we're going to do that same thing. Skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And on the 8th, 2 sea lanterns, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On the 8th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the 8th block, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's just go ahead and add 1 more kind of just on the very end like that. Now we're going to go ahead and do the exact same thing, except for this row here. So just follow along with these blocks. Make sure you have them lined up just like that. And you should end up with something that looks like this. So now the whole place is lit up. And in this hallway, we're going to do the exact same thing. Skipping from this door, skip 1. We're going to place 1 right there. Do the same thing on this hallway right here. From the door, skip 1 over. Place 2 sea lanterns. And then lastly, on this one, the exact same thing. Skip 1 over and place 2 sea lanterns. Now this place actually has lights, except for one place, which is this kitchen area that is in the back. There are going to be 2 lights. 2 right here. And 2 right here. Should end up looking like this. Now we're going to go ahead and go back out to here. And we're going to go all the way down to here. We're going to go into this kitchen area and fill in this kitchen area. And then we'll move on with the floor in here and the lights also here too. We can go ahead and just fill in this area, by the way. Alright, now let's go ahead and move into this kitchen area. So we're going to go ahead and grab our polished diorite and our gray concrete. And we're going to go ahead and bring up the polished diorite all the way to the very top. And then the gray concrete, do the exact same thing all the way to the very top like this. And then the red concrete is going to do the exact same thing just like this. And we're going to go ahead with your polished diorite, just bring this over like that. And this will be this whole side wall. And then one thing, we're going to grab our gray concrete and bring 1 layer of gray concrete all the way to the end, just like that. So this is what it should end up looking like. And for this wall here, we're going to go ahead and just fill in this whole wall. It's just all polished diorite. There we go. And then for this part here, it's the exact same thing. All polished diorite like this. And then it's the same thing here. We bring up this gray concrete all the way to the top, and we bring 1 layer going all the way across the top, going to that side, and then the red concrete here will be coming all the way right to there, and it should end up looking just like this. So now there's the walls, and then the floors are going to be red and orange concrete. So with our orange concrete, this is what it's going to be. It's going to be this exact same pattern that we did in the other kitchen over there. So fill this whole area, fill this whole kitchen area with this exact same block pattern, and I will show you what it looks like once it is complete. Fill this whole area in with it, and I will be right back. Alright, this is what it should end up looking like once it is fully completed. Once you have gotten this whole floor in, we're going to go ahead and grab your red concrete and go right down to here. We're going to place 1 pillar of red concrete like this. Same thing on this side, 1 pillar of red concrete like that. And this door is going to be a iron door with black concrete that will be behind it, because this door is inaccessible with our birch sign. So the black concrete will be right behind it like this, 2 blocks high, iron door, and 2 birch signs just like that. Now that we have the main walls in for this kitchen, oh, and for this door too, we got to get our warped door, which will look like that. Alright, now that we have everything, let's go ahead and go to here. And it is the exact same floor. It is literally just going to be red and orange concrete just the whole way through. I'm just going to go ahead and fill this in real quick. Alright, there we go. Now that this is in, I'm just going to go ahead and replace this with gray concrete because I do not think we will need that. So now that we have all of the actual food courts along with the salads and sides and the small loading dock back there, let's go ahead and work on the main walls down here that will lead up to the main stage. So let's go ahead and come over to this side here. Actually, you know, go to the other side. We're going to start on this side here. So we're going to go ahead and start filling up this wall, and we're going to go ahead and stop about 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks and dig out a small area there that will be a 2x2 hole. That is going to be the vent that leads down to the kitchens and loading dock, or I think it's the mixing room down in the kitchens and loading docks. So for now, we're just going to go ahead and grab our black concrete and our trapdoors. We're going to place 4 trapdoors like that, with our black concrete behind it, and we're going to grab a lever, and we're just going to place them there and flip them all 4 down, so it looks closed just like that. So it should end up looking something like that, and once we have done that, we're going to go ahead and continue, and we're going to go ahead and fill up this whole wall until we get to here. So when you fill up this wall right here, we're going to go ahead and bring up our polished andesite, just like that. And the door is going to be partially open. So if we grab our black and white concrete, we are going to need our black or polished black stone, and we are going to need our red concrete, yellow, and light blue concrete. So we're going to go ahead and raise these 2 blocks up, and it's going to be 2 blocks high with our black and white concrete like this, our polished black stone on the top, and then 1 layer of red concrete. And since there are some like decorations, so I'm just gonna place like something like that, since it's like halfway lifted up. And then we're gonna continue with this wall, which will continue down, and go ahead and just stop right here once you are done. So go ahead and just fill these 2 walls in real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, this is what it should end up looking like once it is fully completely filled in. Now continuing here, this is all going to be this kind of covered up look. This is just going to completely cover up this whole entire area using polished andesite. So go ahead and just fill in right over to here, and you're going to stop right here. I'm also going to have a texture on here, so I will let you guys copy that down once I have come back. So I'm going to go ahead and fill the rest of this in, and I will be right back. Alright, this is what it should look like once it is complete. So you can go ahead and copy down this side here. And then here is this side right here. And then here is this side right here. Now once you have done that, we're going to go ahead and continue by just filling up this wall using our blue terracotta. And we are going to stop right at the polished andesite that is right here. And we're just going to also fill this whole area in using our polished andesite. And we're going to stop right there. Bring that up, and now for this door, this is going to be the door that will, or one of the entrances that will lead to Rockstar Row. So we're going to bring this polished andesite all the way up. Same with this on this side. And this door is once again going to be partially open. So we just have to get rid of this. Let's go ahead and skip 2 blocks up. Place our black and white concrete going across. Have our polished black stone going across. And we are going to need our red concrete. And a little bit of blue concrete, so red concrete on the top, and we're gonna go ahead and skip 2 blocks and place 1, 2, 3, 4 blue concrete like that. And now we're just gonna grab our blue terracotta once again, and we are just going to line this all up with this area right up above. So all of these walls will be lined up here. Alright, now once we have done that, we're going to go ahead and go into this little section right here, and we're going to come down by 1 block and place all purple concrete, or whatever block you want to place under this, because we are going to go ahead and place magenta concrete powder under this as the carpet. So we can go ahead and fill this whole area in with purple concrete. And once we have done that, go ahead and grab your magenta concrete powder. And then we're going to go ahead and just fill this whole area in with magenta concrete powder. And then once you have done that, we're going to go ahead and grab our birch fences, and place them all along the purple concrete, so it should end up looking something that looks just like this. And then now once we have done that, we are going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and continue on this side here and line up to there. Then we will work on the third floor next. So coming over to here, we're going to grab our blue terracotta, and this will be filled all the way to this door right here. And we're going to grab our polished andesite, bring this up in the middle, and bring this up on this side. Now only one of these doors will be open. This door will be open, so we can go ahead and just get rid of this completely. And we're going to still need these blocks. This time we're going to need our green concrete and our yellow and purple. So this door here is going to be closed, so we can place our polished blackstone on top of that and fill the rest in with our green concrete. Then with your purple concrete, we're going to go ahead and just copy down this right here. And actually, we're going to need our orange concrete instead of our yellow. And we're just going to place one orange concrete right there. Now, this door is going to be 2 blocks up. So just place your black and white concrete 2 blocks up with your polished blackstone right here. Then your green concrete, one row of green concrete going across the top. And just to make sure this gets copied down, one there and orange right there. So it should end up looking like that. Now the rest of this, we're going to go ahead and just fill the rest of this area in, except we're going to do one thing. So we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks and fill this in. And with our polished andesite, we are going to go ahead and place, we're going to place 1 pillar of polished andesite like that, with blue terracotta behind it. So it should look like that. And then we're just going to go ahead and continue placing our blue terracotta that goes all the way down to here. And then we're going to grab our polished andesite and make this door partially open. So we can raise up the polished andesite here. Same thing for this door. Now this door is going to also be partially open, so we can go ahead and break this. Raise this 2 blocks up, just like this. So it should end up looking like that. 1 layer of polished blackstone and 1 layer of green concrete like that. And then we're going to go ahead and just place 2 purple concrete and 1 purple concrete about 2 blocks away from the end. So it looks like that. This door will also be partially open. So we are going to need our red concrete and our blue concrete. We're going to raise this door 2 blocks up. So it should look like that. We're going to place 1 layer of red concrete. We need our 1 layer of polished blackstone, then 1 layer of red concrete, and then right here we're going to skip 2 and place 1, 2, 3, 4 blue concrete, just like that. Now the rest of this area you can fill in with blue terracotta, and go ahead and come up right to here, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done, so I will be right back. Once you are done with that, we're going to go ahead and come over to here, and you're going to go ahead and place 1 layer of purple concrete right below here, and then you're going to go ahead and place 1 layer of magenta concrete powder on top of it, so it should look like this when it's done. Do that real quick, and I will be right back. Alright, now it should look like that. Now you're going to go ahead and grab your birch fences, and we're just going to place our birch fences all across the purple concrete, just like that. So this is what you should have once you are finished. Now, before we go ahead and do the 3rd floor, one thing we missed was some other escalators that are on each sides here. One that is like somewhere here, and then one that is over there. So we are going to go ahead and add in those now. So the blocks that you're going to need to make these are light gray concrete, deep slate tile stairs, gray concrete, black stained glass panes, red concrete, and polished andesite. We're going to go ahead and start at this pink block and skip 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th block, we're going to come right up to here and skip 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th block, we're going to go ahead and place 1, 2, 3 gray concrete like that. And we're going to place 2 deep slate tile stairs and 1 gray concrete just in the middle. Now this is going to go ahead, we are going to go up 7 blocks upwards. So starting from here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to place our deep slate tile stairs right here and continue placing those upward. Then we're going to come onto the back side and place them under here, 1 layer under all of this. And then we're going to go ahead and place our, let's see. Oh, wait, right here, we're going to place 3 polished andesite. No, 3 light gray concrete, and we're going to place our black stained glass panes going right down the center of the gray concrete like this. So it should end up looking like that. And then once we do that, we're going to go ahead and grab your polished andesite, and we're going to place, coming on right on the outside, right next to the stair, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can go ahead and just fill this whole area in right here. We're then going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 more light gray concrete, and then bring this around to the side of it, just like that, because there are going to be deep slate tile stairs that will be right here. So, whoops, stairs right there with our gray concrete in the center. So it's going to end up looking like this, and we can place our black stained glass panes going around the polished andesite, so it looks something like that. And then, once we have done that, we're going to go ahead and add 7 more to this one block. So it's going to be 8 blocks in total. So starting from here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just like that. And 3 light gray concrete on the end. Now we're going to go ahead and place our deep slate tile stairs going up, just like this, without breaking anything. Going up the side and then down the other side. Now we're going to go ahead, once you have done that, we're going to go under the stairs and place another layer of stairs just like this, and we're going to stop right there. Now with your black stained glass panes, just place your black stained glass panes in the center, going all the way down, and you should end up stopping right there. Now, this is the end result of this escalator. Now, oh wait, one thing. We're going to place red concrete directly under this. Under the whole thing, it should end up looking like that. And then with your polished andesite, there's one more thing. It is just about in the center, right here. We are going to place 1 polished andesite pillar, just coming all the way down, like that. And that is the finished result of this side. Now we're going to go ahead and do the exact same thing on this side. So let's go ahead and come over to here. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and come over to this pink block right here and skip 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the 5th block, we are going to come up to this magenta block and skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. On the 8th block, we're going to place 1, 2, 3 light gray concrete. We're then going to place 2 deep slate tile stairs with 1 gray concrete in the middle. Now we're going to do the exact same thing and go on the exact same height. So this is 1 block. We're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We are then going to go ahead and add all of the deep slate tile stairs on each side of the gray concrete. And then once you have done that, we're going to go ahead and go on the underside and add a layer of stairs under this, so it should look like this. Then you're going to go ahead and add 1 more layer of light gray concrete like that. Then with your polished andesite, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, and actually I think it's just 4 this time, or wait, 1, 2 is 5 actually. So 5 right here, and we're going to stop here, and right here we're going to go ahead and place 1, 2, 3 light gray concrete like that. And then we're going to continue this right to there. Then we're going to place 3 upside down stairs just like this, 2 on this side with 1 gray concrete, and we're going to add 7 blocks. So this will be 8 blocks in total, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just like that. Then we're going to place the deep slate tile stairs on both sides of the gray concrete. Once you have done that, let's go ahead and place extra rows of stairs under the actual stairs. And right here, we're going to place 3 layers or 3 blocks of light gray concrete. Now, with the black stained glass, I forgot to do this, is add black stained glass panes going right down the center of the gray concrete. So it should end up looking like that. And we're going to do the exact same thing right here on these stairs. And then lastly, we are going to go ahead and just add black stained glass panes on the outside of the polished andesite. So it should end up looking like this. Now with our red concrete, we're going to go ahead and place a layer of red concrete right below the polished andesite, just like we did on that side over there. Then once we have done that, we're going to grab our polished andesite again, break out 4 blocks like this, and place a polished andesite pillar that is just coming straight down. And it should end up looking something like this. Now, we're going to go ahead and start working on the 3rd floor. So the first thing we are going to need to do is grab our purple concrete and our magenta concrete powder. We're going to add the main floor for all of this. So when we are going to add the floor, it is going to come all the way around. You're going to outline all of this. You're going to go around all of this part here. Now, when you get to the escalator here, we are going to have the little, like, box outline. But for now, just build the floor and just go around the stairs, just for now. Just go around the stairs and add in the whole floor temporarily, and we will dig out an area for the actual escalator that will come up. So it will look like this, and what you want to do is just place in your concrete powder just for now, so it will end up looking something like this once you have done that. It will look like this. Once we come back from actually putting in the whole floor, we're going to go ahead and dig out an area here so we can actually walk up and down the escalator. So for now, I want you to go ahead and fill in this whole area all the way over to there. Same thing over here, just follow along the outlinings of the walls, including the doors, and all the way around here. And do the same thing on this side that we did over there. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's done, just so you are not so confused. So I'm going to go ahead and place all this in real quick, and I will be right back. Alright, this is what the finished product should end up looking like. The purple concrete and concrete powder goes all the way out through here, and I have used the purple concrete to go all under the red concrete, which is what you are going to do. Since they are not neon lights, we will not be adding the stained glass panes that go around. It will end up looking like this, and as you can see, I have completely filled in the escalators on both sides, and we're going to go ahead and actually dig out a little area for that now. And just to show you, it fills in every single spot all the way up to here. This is what it should end up looking like once it is completely finished, and the floor should end up being purple concrete. So now we're going to go ahead and move over to this side, and we're going to start outlining or digging out the area where we can go ahead and walk down and up the actual escalators. So we're going to go ahead and start on this side for now, and you are going to go ahead and grab your purple concrete, and we are going to come down to this last red concrete, and we're going to go right here. We're going to skip 1, 2, 3, skip 1, and then on this block right here, we're just going to lay purple concrete till it lines up. And same thing here, this is going to go up all the way against the wall. We are going to go down by 13 extra blocks, so this is our 14th, or this is going to be 14 in total, but we're adding 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then we're going to go ahead and bring it right up to there, and then just go ahead and bring it right back up to here. Now we have, this is the actual outline that we're going to have. We're going to go ahead and just dig out this whole area here. So it should look like this, and then you can just go ahead and dig out all of the purple concrete. That way it reveals the escalator, and we will then be able to walk up and down these stairs. I also have gone ahead and added the actual railings that are on the outside of the, whatever you want to call this, using black stained glass paint. So you can go ahead and place that around, and once you have done that, you should be able to perfectly walk up and down the escalators. So now we're going to go ahead and do the exact same thing on this side. Alright, so right over here, we're going to start by this red concrete, or right next to it. We're going to go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, and 4. On this 4th block, we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, and 4. On the 5th block, we're going to place our purple concrete till it lines up here, and then our purple concrete till it lines up against the wall, just like that. Now, we're going to go ahead and do the exact same length, so this is going to end up lining up right about, we should be adding 13 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it is 14 in total. And just line it up right to here. So it should look like that. Then we're going to go ahead and dig out all of the magenta concrete powder. And then once you have done that, we're going to go ahead and dig out all of the purple concrete that is here. And then once you have done that, go ahead and add the black stained glass panes that go all the way around the purple concrete, so it should end up looking like this on both sides. So now we're able to go up and down the escalators on both sides. Now the next thing we are going to do is bring up all the walls on the whole 3rd floor. So we're going to go ahead and start over here. What we're going to do, we're going to grab our magenta concrete and we're going to raise this up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we're just going to raise this whole thing up 7 blocks high, so it should end up looking like this. And we're going to do that for this same thing, except when we get over here, we're going to go ahead and add 1 layer going across the top, and it's going to stop right there. So it should look like that. And then the same thing for this part right here. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, same thing for this part right here. Is going to come up, and we're going to stop right here, and it's going to come up actually by 1 and just go over by 3, so it should end up looking like that. Now we're going to go ahead and move on, let's see, to the front. Actually, we're going to go ahead and build in these 3 doors right here. So we're going to need our gray concrete, we're going to need our pink concrete, and our lime concrete, and our our polished blackstones, and our polished deep slate. So this part here, we're going to go ahead and let's start with the door first. The door is going to end up looking like this. We're going to have our polished blackstone going across the top. And then we're going to go ahead and place 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks of pink concrete, just like this. So it should look like this. Now with our lime concrete, we're just going to go ahead and kind of just place them around. It does not have to be exactly like this, but if you want to copy this down, then feel free to do that. So just going to have something that looks like this. Then once you have done that, we're going to go ahead and raise this up. So it should be just like this. Now we're going to go ahead and do that exact same thing for this part here, except we're going to need our sea lanterns. Our sea lanterns are going to be here, so it's going to be polished blackstone, sea lantern, polished blackstone, sea lantern, polished blackstone, sea lantern. So it should look like that. Then we're going to go ahead and build 2 more doors here and this same pillar right on both sides. I believe actually we need sea lanterns on this part here. So put these sea lanterns in there and go ahead and just do this 2 more times, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So this is what it should look like once you have both doors in. It should end up looking just like this. Now once you have done that, we're going to go ahead and grab our magenta concrete again, and we're going to raise these 6 blocks up by 7 more blocks, so it lines up on that side, just like this. Then here, we're going to go ahead and raise this up, so it goes 1 block higher and 1 over, so it looks like that. And then this part here, since this is 1 block and it is not 2 blocks like this on this side, this is going to be a little bit inaccurate. It's not going to be perfect, but we're gonna have to live with it. So this will come up, and it will come over 3 blocks. So this is what it should have looked like on that side. Instead of having 2 blocks, it should have been 1 block. But we're gonna have to live with it for now. So it's going to end up looking like this. And now these blocks here, this is going to be 2 blocks, or 2 by 2, and this is going to come all the way across, so from here, and it's going to come all the way down to here, and it will end up looking something like this, so it is kind of, or mostly covering it. And then we're just going to go ahead and add this last row on the back. And then once you have done that, this is where we're going to grab our purple concrete, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's going to be another 2 by 2. It will end up looking just like this, and we're going to go ahead and bring this all the way to the back, and it's going to stop right here. So it will look something like this from the front. So this is basically the entrance, the entrance that goes to the prize counter. And now we're going to go ahead and make the prizes logo. So we're going to go ahead and grab our shroom lights, because this is the one, these are the lights that I use to make the actual prizes word. So we're going to go ahead and start on this side. And we're going to go, I think we're going to start right about here. And all we're going to do, is it 2 blocks? I it may be starting right here. So starting from like this third block, it's going to be one block down. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're just going to kind of make the letter P. So it's going to look like that. And then for the R, we're going to skip 2 blocks. Raise this up to the same height. Do the exact same thing, except just bring something similar to that. This is out of blocks. It's not going to be so perfect. The I will just be a straight line up. The Z, this may not line up perfectly. The Z will end up looking like that, or something like that as a Z. That's very big. I may have to experiment with this. I'm going to go ahead and find out how to make... I'm going to actually make this real quick, and I will show you what it looks like and let you copy it down once it is done. So I'll be right back. Alright, I have now found a perfect thing for the word prizes. So to make it, we're going to obviously start with the letter P, 3 blocks away from this edge. Once you have made the P, we're going to come down to this corner and skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 6th block, you're going to make the R. On the very end of this block, you're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and make an I, that's just straight up. Then you're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again, and make a Z that looks something like this. And then you're going to skip this block, skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you're going to make an E that looks like this. Then you're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and make an S that looks like this. And that is the word prizes. So now I'm going to set this back to day. And we are going to go ahead and continue adding the walls. So let's start on this side here. So what we're going to go ahead and do first, we are going to go ahead and start up by fixing this wall, because if we were to continue building this, as you can see on this side, this is 2 blocks. And on this side, this is 1 block. Now this would mess things up a lot, and it would make it very uneven. So we're going to go ahead and just fix that by just adding 1 extra row here that we're going to add up, and we can destroy this row right here on the back, and we can just pretend like this wall was never here. So it will end up looking a little bit like this. It's a little bit inaccurate, but it's so you won't even notice it, which is fine. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our sea lantern and skip 1 block away from this corner and place our sea lantern going all the way right to there. Now, we're going to go ahead and bring this up to about here, I believe. About that height. And we're going to bring this thing, or this, we're going to bring these sea lanterns straight up to here and just connect it like this. And we're going to go ahead and fill all of these sea lanterns in. And then our wall, with using magenta concrete, is going to come all the way up and over the sea lantern. Just like this. And we're going to go ahead and just fill in this area back here. We'll stop right about at the purple concrete. We're going to go 1 more block up above. So it's going to be about 2 to 3 blocks. I believe it is 3. Looking at this. And it's going to end up looking just like this. Now, on this side, it is a little bit different. But all we're going to do is grab our sea lantern, and we're going to skip 2 blocks instead on this side. Or actually, no. Skip 1 block on both sides. And we can go ahead and bring this up. It is going to come up to the same height. Right about there. And the exact same thing here. And then once you have that, we can go ahead and fill this whole area in with sea lanterns. And then with your magenta concrete, just go ahead and bring this all the way around like this. And then doing that same thing, we're just going to go ahead and add 2 extra layers of magenta concrete to make sure it is the exact same height going across the top like this. So it's going to end up looking like that. And then we can go ahead and connect these blocks using our magenta concrete. So it will end up looking just like that. Now, what we're going to go ahead and do is grab your pink and light blue concrete. We're going to place 1 pink layer of concrete going all the way across the top. and then one light blue layer of concrete going across the top of the pink concrete. And then once you have done that, we're going to go ahead and grab our stained glass panes. So we're going to grab our pink glass panes and our light blue glass panes. And we're just going to go ahead and place these on. So just go ahead and do that real quick. Which it should end up looking something like this. It's the exact same as the neon lights down there. And then once you have done that, we're going to grab our polished andesite. And we're just going to go ahead and place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 polished andesite. And we're going to grab our white and black concrete. And we're just going to keep placing them on top. I can't see this for some reason because it's invisible. So it should end up looking like this. We're going to have this checker pattern going all the way across the top and ending on that light blue concrete. So just go ahead and do this real quick. Add it all across the top and I'll be right back. And there we go. This is what it should look like once it is fully complete. I have also gone ahead and added one layer of gray concrete just going across the top of all of this. And now we're going to go ahead and grab our polished andesite, and we're going to come up to these two pillars by this door, and we're going to raise them up by 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 9 blocks in total. We're going to do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it should look like that. And then we're going to go ahead and grab your magenta concrete and raise these 2 blocks all the way up to the very top, right to there. I believe it is, yeah, it's right up to there. And just add gray concrete on top of it. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Just raise this up all the way to there and place your gray concrete. And then these 2 blocks right here. Raise them all the way up. And place your gray concrete. Now for this part here, we're going to go ahead and build in the door. So what we are going to need is our polished black stone. Obviously our black and white concrete, which we already have, and this is a closed door because you cannot access this in the actual game. So we're also going to need our lime concrete, light blue concrete, our yellow concrete, and our magenta concrete actually. I think yeah, it is. Now we're going to go ahead and add one layer of polished black stone on top of this. And then we're going to go ahead and add 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 lime concrete. And raise this all the way up. So it should look like this. Then we're just going to go ahead and kind of just spread around some blocks using our yellow, light blue, and magenta concrete. So you could have something that looks kind of like this. And then we're going to go ahead and add one layer of polished andesite right on top of this. And then your magenta concrete will just continue the wall going all the way up to the top like this. And this is just going to continue going over the whole door. And this is the entrance, or one of the closed off entrances to the East Arcade, which you cannot obviously go through. And we're also going to be going ahead and adding the sign that says the East Arcade on top of this. So once we have this wall fully built, we're going to go ahead and add that. Now once it is at the top, just add one layer of gray concrete across this. And there you go. It should end up looking like this. Now we're going to go ahead and add the sign in for this. So we're going to go ahead and grab our bars. We are not going to need our polished andesite. We're going to need our magenta concrete and our blue concrete, which I think is all we actually need. So with our iron bars, we're going to go ahead and come right down to here. And we're going to place 1, 2, 3, just like that. And same thing here. Is that? Okay. And then right here, 1, 2, 3. So it should look like this. We're then going to place 1, 2 magenta concrete, then 1, 2. And then we're just going to go ahead and connect this right there. So it should look like that. And this is going to go ahead and be 1, 2, 4 blocks tall. So add 3 blocks extra, like this. So it should look like that. And then we're going to go ahead and with our blue concrete, kind of make something that looks like an S. So that could be, we're not going to obviously make the full word. It's just going to end up being some blocks that kind of can go together to make it. So I'm just going to have something that looks like that, and that is going to have to work for now. Now, we're going to go ahead and just continue adding this exact same wall. So the whole thing is literally just going to be magenta concrete, filling all the way up to the top. Go ahead and skip over, so do not fill in this area yet, because we're going to go ahead and add in that door, and stop building your magenta concrete right here. So go ahead and fill in this whole wall real quick, except for this part and that part, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So I will be right back. Alright, this is what it should look like once it is done. And honestly, it does look pretty dry, but there is some stuff that we obviously are going to add. First of all, by adding in this L-shaped door, and then expanding these two neon lights coming up and going across this wall. And then in the next episode, we're going to finish up the walls, obviously over all here, and then we're going to decorate. So for now, let's go ahead and just focus on this part. So right now, we're going to go ahead and break this black and white concrete, and place a layer of black concrete right under it. So it should look like this. And then we're going to go ahead and go 2 blocks up, so it should be 2 blocks off the ground, and just place our black and white concrete going all the way across. We'll get these pillars in, don't you worry about it. And then after that, place 1 layer of polished black stone on top, and we're going to go ahead and just place 2 red concrete on top of each other. So it should look like this. And with our orange concrete, we're going to go ahead and add 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 orange concrete that looks just like this. Now, we're going to go ahead and raise up this pillar, and it is going to go ahead, oh wait, polished andesite on top of the door too. And then these polished andesite pillars are going to go ahead and come up right 1 block above the polished andesite, so it's going to end up looking just like this. So it will look like that, and then the rest of this can go ahead and be filled in with magenta concrete. And then just place your gray concrete directly on top of it, so it should look like this. Now, we're just going to go ahead and add in the L chips sign, and this is going to be a bit easier than it may seem. So we're going to need our red concrete and our shroom lights. I don't know why I use shroom lights, it just kind of looks more like the actual sign. So this is going to go ahead, we're just going to place a layer of red concrete directly on top of the 2 polished andesite pillars, and we're going to bring it 2 blocks off to the side, just like that. We're then going to go ahead and place 1 block, just like this, and we're going to go ahead and bring that up about 1, 2, 3, oh, my bad. It is going to go up about 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I believe, and then we're going to go ahead and just add a straight layer across the top like this, and bring this up so it looks just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and just fill this whole area in using red concrete. And now for our shroom lights, we are going to go ahead and literally make the whole word L chips. We're just going to have to kind of shrink some words and kind of put them together, but you'll see how it is going to turn out. First of all, the word E. We're obviously just going to make this very simple, not that big of a deal. So that is the E. And then the L is going to be a lot smaller. It's going to look something like that. And then the C, we're going to go ahead and skip a block and make the letter C, so it looks like that. And then the letter I, we're not going to talk about it, but we're just going to place 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So it kind of has, I don't know, that would be the I, and then this is the H. And then the, wait, no, this is the H. And then the I is going to look just like that, except for 1 block shorter. The P is going to be right there. And then the last thing, which is the S, is going to be just like that. So that is what is going to end up looking like. It should end up looking just like this. We have the E and the L, that's L, and then the word chips. The C, the H, the I, and the P, along with the S. And that is the word L chips. It does not quite look like it, but it will work. Now for the neon lights, we're going to go ahead and grab your light blue and pink concrete. The light blue concrete is going to come up and go 1, 2, 3. Same with the pink, 1, 2, 3. And this is just going to continue going across. It should be 1 block away from the gray concrete that is on top of the magenta concrete. And just bring this all the way to the end here. And then the pink concrete, which is going to be 1 block below it. we're going to go ahead and bring all the way down to here. And then just continue adding this, going all the way down, and should end up right there. Now for the stained glass, it's going to be a little bit strange, but it will work. It's just going to end up looking something like this in the corners, and just make sure it is lined up. Obviously, we can't like go down a whole lot, so I'm just going to end up doing that. Or, you know what? Let's just keep it like this for now. Same thing with the light blue concrete. We're just going to come up, and we're going to do the same thing we did right here. Just bring it all the way across, and then make sure it covers these corners. So it should end up looking like this. Now just do this all the way across real quick, and I will be right back. Once you're done with that, it should end up looking something like this. Now we're going to go ahead and come down to the mazer size entrance, and first of all, we're going to raise up this green concrete up by 6 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the 6 blocks, we're going to go ahead and come on the 6th block. We're going to come all the way across to the very end where it lines up right there. Do the same thing with these green pillars right here. Just line them up. And we're going to fill this whole area in with tinted glass, so it will end up looking something like this. And since we have not like fully built mazer size yet, since we're not going to for now, we're just going to go ahead and put black concrete behind the tinted glass, just so you can't actually see the outside world behind this. We will eventually, maybe, if I feel like it, we may add mazer size. It may be since it's so small, I may just come back to it and just build mazer size. Once you have this in, just go ahead and add in your black concrete and your 2 crimson doors, just like that. And we're going to go ahead and just add black concrete just all along the back, and just fill this whole back area in with black concrete, just so we cannot see behind it, and it should end up looking like that. Now that we have ended up doing that, mazer size has a little rainbow that goes up above it, but it is filled up by a wall first. So we're first of all just going to raise up our magenta concrete on top of it. So it should look like this, and we're going to fill this whole area in with magenta concrete. And then add your layer of gray concrete on top of it. So it should look like this. Now we're going to make the rainbow first. So we're going to need our lime, yellow, orange, and red concrete. Our lime is going to be right here. We're then going to have our yellow, orange, and red. Our lime is going to go ahead and come up all the way to this point here. No, this point. And we're going to place 1 block. Then we're going to place 1, 2. And then the rest of this is just going to keep going all the way across right to the end of the green concrete. So it's going to look like that. And then the yellow concrete is going to do the exact same thing, just following up right behind it. And this time on this end, it is going to be 1 more block outwards. So 1 block further, just like that. Our orange concrete is going to come up and do the exact same thing. Follow along this side. And it's going to come all the way to the end. And then go 1 more block out. And then lastly, with our red concrete, we're going to follow up again. And we're going to go ahead, bring it all the way to the very end, and move it 1 more block out. So it should end up looking something like this. Which we also have 2 block spaces for the banners that we will make say Chica's Delicious Path to Fitness when we eventually get to decorating. Now to make the actual words that say mazer size, we are going to go ahead and grab our white concrete, our pink concrete, our light blue, our purple, and we are also going to need our, let's just grab regular terracotta for this. Now that we have all the stuff that we need, and actually, okay, so first off, to make the M, it's obviously not going to be a full-sized M, but we're just going to make something simple that kind of just looks like this. I believe the M is actually like a more darker, it's kind of more this, so let's use white terracotta for that. White terracotta, and the pink for the A, it is going to end up looking just like that. Now the Z is just going to be something simple like this, and with the E, maze, so it'll look like that, and then the R, so mazer, and then size. We're going to use our regular terracotta as the C, the I, and then the S, I believe, or C, mazer size, maybe that's an S, and then the C, or the E, is purple concrete, so mazer size, and that is what that says. So now, we're going to go ahead and just extend these neon lights, grab your light blue and pink concrete with your light blue and pink stained glass. And we're just going to bring these colored blocks, or these colored blocks all the way to the very end. Alright, and then once you are done with that, that is this part of the third floor walls complete. Now we're going to go ahead and work on this side right here. So we're first obviously going to come over to here and start raising this wall up. So we're going to first of all bring this wall up all the way to the very top, right to here, 1 block away from the gray concrete. And the same thing here, this is all going to come up. And let's just work on this elevator door right here, and then we will continue on this part. So, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and just fill this part in. Alright, and then we fill up right to here, and we're going to stop right here, and then work on the elevator that will lead eventually to the West Arcade. So if we come over to here, we're going to go ahead and bring up our polished, or we're going to grab our polished andesite, and we are going to go ahead and raise this pillar up, I believe, so starting from here, we're going to go ahead and raise it up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should be correct. So 8 blocks up, basically the same height as those pillars over there. We're going to do the same thing over here, and we're going to stop right here. Now, for this part, we're going to go ahead and raise up these walls that will go all the way to the very top. And for this part here, we're going to go ahead and raise this up, and it's going to stop, like, I think right about here. It is going to end up being this height, so 3 blocks tall. This is where it's going to end up being, and this will also continue going upward. So we can go ahead and raise this whole part up right here. You should end up with something that looks a little bit something like this. On this side behind the pillar, it is fully covered. It is just 2 blocks wide. Now that we have this fully filled, the roof part for the elevator is just going to be polished diorite. So we can go ahead and fill this top part in. And we are going to go ahead and grab, actually, I don't think we need sea lanterns. I believe that it's just for the inside of the actual elevator. Maybe there is sea lanterns. What would that look like? I don't believe there are sea lanterns, but since this is, like, pretty different, it is very difficult to actually do this. So I'm literally just going to, oh wait, no, there are sea lanterns, especially for the entrances of both elevators. There are sea lanterns. So yes, go ahead and add 2 sea lanterns up above that look just like this. And now we can go ahead and continue on this side of the wall. So what you're going to do, we're just going to grab our gray concrete and add this all along the top of the magenta concrete. And real quick, we're going to go ahead and add the sign that actually says West Arcade. It's not going to be completely perfect, but it will be close enough. So we're going to go ahead and grab our bars, and we have our magenta concrete. And we are going to need different colors of concrete. We're going to need pink. We are going to need cyan and purple. So first of all, with our bars, we're going to go ahead and we are going to place 1, 2, 3, just like that. Same thing on this side, 1, 2, 3. So kind of facing inward on each other like this. We're going to have 1 magenta concrete in the middle that looks like that. Or is there one more? Because we're going to place it at an angle. Okay. So yeah, 1 there and then 1 right there. And then we're just going to go ahead and line them up. Just like that. Oh wait, 1 pillar was too short. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 blocks. It should be 8. And there we go. Did I? Wait, no. Wrong way. There we go. Now that we have this lined up, we're going to go ahead and raise it up by 3 blocks. So the sign is going to be 4 blocks tall. It should look a little bit something like this. Now what we're going to do with the colored concrete, we're going to go ahead and, let's see, let's grab our pink. So we're going to add 1 pink there, 1 cyan, 2 purple, maybe another pink there, cyan right here. We'll add 2 pink here, because the whole sign is different colors. So I'm just kind of color coding them. I'm just gonna have something that looks like this. I think this is gonna work for now, so we're gonna go ahead and just keep that like that, and just we'll move on. So the next thing we're gonna do is continue adding in all the walls. So this part is gonna be pretty easy. We're just going to add all of the walls up. They're gonna obviously come from there. You're going to go around the elevator, and you're going to stop right here. This is the wall that I want you to stop at, and just build up the whole wall starting from there going on to this side. I will show you what it looks like when it is done, and I will be right back. Alright, this is the wall fully complete, and I've stopped right up to there and added the gray concrete on top. Now, if you're wondering what this is a neon sign that says Bonnie Bowl that we're just going to make out of sea lanterns. So you're going to go ahead and come down to here, and on the second purple concrete, you're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th block, you're going to place 1 sea lantern, and you're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on top. So it is 7 sea lanterns in total. Now from the right to the right, you add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That is 14 blocks in total. And we're just going to go ahead and fill this whole area in using our sea lanterns. So it should end up looking something like that. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our neon lights that are right over here, our pink and light blue concrete. We're just going to go ahead and grab these and the stained glass, and we're going to do exactly what we did over there. With our light blue, we're going to go up 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to stop right there. Same with the pink, 1, 2, and 3, and this is just going to come all the way around and literally just go throughout the whole entire wall. And it's just going to keep going until it stops over there. The same thing with the pink concrete. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill this whole thing in with our neon lights and also the stained glass. And I will be right back, and I'll show you what it looks like once it is complete. Alright, this is what it looks like. This is what it should look like once it is complete. Now, before we go ahead and move on to the floor down here, there's one thing or a couple things that we missed. First of all is this right here and the elevators on both sides here. So we're first of all just going to go ahead and add these two things in, and then we'll go ahead and add in the main floor on the very first floor. So you're going to go ahead and grab your polished blackstone, your magenta concrete, your polished deep slate, and your gray carpet, along with some sea lanterns and dark oak signs. And you're going to need some gray concrete along with that as well. So we're first of all going to start out by placing 6 or 3x3 sea lanterns like this, and we're going to add our polished blackstone going all the way around just like this. Except right here we're going to add 3 polished deep slate, and we're going to add sea lanterns on both sides that will look just like this, along with our dark oak signs that look something like this, and these will wrap around and come around just like that. And then for this part here, we're going to go ahead and just add 1, 2, 3, 3 layers of 3 layers of magenta concrete, coming all the way across, and it is going to stop right there. And then we're going to go ahead and add 1 layer of polished deep slate on top of that. It will look something like this, and we're going to go ahead and just make that exact same thing like we did over there with your polished blackstone going all the way around, your 3 polished deep slate, and then your sea lanterns just like this with your dark oak signs, which will wrap around just like that. And now for this part, we are going to go ahead and add this kind of arch using our gray concrete. Starting from right here, we're going to go ahead and add 2 blocks going up on both sides, then add 1 block, and then 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, like this, and then just go ahead and connect the rest of it, and it will look something like this. Now with your gray concrete, or I think it's black concrete actually, with your black concrete, we're going to add our black concrete going across the whole top of this, so it's going to cover everything above this, and it will end up looking something like this. Now we're just going to add in the walls, and we will decorate this whole area in the next episode or 2. So now we're going to go ahead and build the elevators on both sides. So what we're going to need, we are going to need our red concrete, we are going to need our polished andesite and polished diorite, we are going to need our end rods for this, we are going to need our stone slabs, and our black stained glass panes. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and come right over to here, and we are going to place 1, 2, 3, and 4 layers of red concrete with your polished andesite lining up at the exact same height like this. We're going to go ahead and place 1, 2, 3, 4 polished diorite just like this, and your end rods, we're just going to place 1, 2, 3 just facing up, or you could do it a different way so it's kind of more even. 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, so it should look like this. And on the back side here, we also will need our nether brick fences. So we're just gonna go ahead and add our red concrete kind of coming down one more layer. And for the actual elevator part, it's obviously you're not gonna be able to get inside of it, but we're gonna make it so it looks like you can. So we're gonna add 4 slabs of stone. We're gonna add 4 stone slabs below the polished diorite and 4 stone slabs above it. And then with your black stained glass panes, just add your black stained glass panes that look something, so you can actually, it looks like you're able to actually get in the elevator. Now we're gonna go ahead and bring the polished andesite all the way down until it connects to the bottom elevator right here, and same thing here. And then we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing. We're gonna add 1, 2, 3, and 4, and actually just bring this all the way up to the top so it is connecting with the elevator above. There we go. And then we'll add 1 more layer below it like this. And then we're going to grab our polished diorite again, place 1, 2, 3, 4 polished diorite. That looks just like that. And then with your end rods, we're going to go ahead and just stack them up until they go all the way up to the top and they stop right there. We're going to do the exact same thing on this side. Just add your end rods until they touch the purple concrete. There we go. So it should end up looking something like this. And we don't need to add another elevator on this side because it's already up there. But for the bottom part, we're going to go ahead and bring the polished andesite all the way down until it stops right there. Same thing here. It's going to stop right there. And then the red concrete is going to go ahead and just place right here. And we're going to stop right there. And then for the rest of this is going to be... Oh, wait. With our nether brick fences, we're going to place this all along the back. So it's going to be going all along the side. We'll stop right there. So it's basically the actual elevator shaft for the thing that holds the elevator and moves it up and down. It will look like that. And then for the remaining part, we're going to add 1 extra layer here. And this is going to be a simple kind of 4x4 on the inside. You're obviously not going to be able to see it, but when we place our 4 polished diorite, it will look like that. And this will go ahead and just line up right to here. And then this, our nether brick fences, will line up right there, and we'll end up, or actually, wait a minute. This is 1 more block out. So it will end up looking like this. This is what the finished product should look like on the outside. You should see the door here, and everything else should be in its place. So that is this elevator on this side. You're going to go ahead and build this exact same thing, exactly how we did this. There is nothing else different. You're just going to add that onto this side here. I'll show you what it looks like when it is done, so I will be right back. And there we go. As you can see, the second elevator on this side is all built in now. It is the exact same on this side, so there is literally no difference whatsoever. It is the exact same build, exact same design. Everything is the same. Alright, so this episode ended a little bit before we could finish all of the walls, but don't worry, in a couple of more days, the rest of the video will be out so you guys can finish the rest of the walls. But that is going to wrap it up for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed building too. Make sure to give the video a like and subscribe to my channel if you want more content like this. Also, make sure to join the United Butters Discord server. We really could use some more members. Anyway, that is it for this video, and I hope that I will see you all in the next video. See ya.